Let's do EII4. SP, 4 puts our middle term along that diagonal, subject in the second, premise, predicate in the first. Then we fill in our mood. And we plot the premises and see if that gets us the conclusion. No PRM. Nothing in the overlap. Sorry, my circle's a little sloppy. Sum M R S. Again, it looks like that. Do we get for free? Right? We plot that, and then we check. Is this there too? Sum SRP? No, we don't have that. So we plotted these there, and do these get us to that conclusion? No, we don't know if that conclusion is true or false. Not enough information. Invalid. Even if you put truths in, you might not get a truth out of it, right? The valid ones, if you plug truths in, you get a truth out, right? It's a machine that cranks out a truth if you put the right stuff in. But this one, you could put truths in and end up with something false. That never happens with validity, right? So this is how we're testing for validity. Okay, we talked about existential import, right? That's where you can make an inference, but only assuming that we're not dealing with any empty categories. If we allow empty categories, sometimes we're not allowed to make some inferences. So here we've got an argument that has conditional validity. In other words, this is valid when we're assuming existential import. This is valid as long as we're not allowing that any of these circles are all the way empty. How's that work? Okay, all M are P. All M are P. All S are M. Nothing in the S circle that's not also in the M circle. Can we conclude that some S are P? Well, look, if there are any S's at all, if there are any one at all, unless S is a completely empty circle, there is an S that's a P. So plotting these premises doesn't put the X where we need the X to be. But hey, if this circle is not entirely empty, if this isn't an entirely empty category, then yeah, there's something there. So these get you that if we're assuming existential import. It's conditionally valid. All right, we're going to stop there. But let me say a thing or two about what this means for knowledge, what this means for truth. It's kind of tricky. Sorry for the loudness. Kind of tricky here, right? Some will find that proof is everything. Proof is everything. Ooh, I was raised to ignore things when someone could say, hey, but you don't have proof. You don't have proof. I get to ignore you. That doesn't work here, because what do you get proof about? And logic, this is where proof is found, right? I mean, geometry is very much a deductive system. Proof looks like this, right? This is the gold standard of proof. What kind of things do we learn? Well, it's really about the connection. It's about the connection between sentences. These sentences get you that sentence. That's all that's going on with proof. You still need to know if you're starting with truth or not, which makes things rather tricky. This is what deductive reasoning looks like. This is what proof looks like. And it's really about the connection. It's about the structure of sentences. It is not about certainty. It's not about certainty. It's certainty if these are true, that'll follow. Of course, this one, that'll follow only if we're dealing with non-empty categories. But we got to move past deductive reasoning to engage with the world. We need evidence. We need to be able to weigh out various degrees of evidence. Yeah, someone says I don't know. Someone says, I love the Constitution. I don't know. Something like that, right? I love the Constitution. I love America. They hug the flag and everything, all right? Can we say, hey, and someone says, hey, you know what? I think that person might not love America. I think that person might not actually love the Constitution and would instead see the Constitution as a obstacle to their plans. How do you judge this? Well, you just can't say, hey, look, they said they love the Constitution, so you got no proof. That doesn't work. That doesn't work. We're not looking for proof. We're looking for evidence. Weigh out the evidence. How do you know? You weigh the evidence. That's not logic. Don't look for proof when it's evidence you need to be weighing.